Hello, and welcome to DK Vine Done Slow. I'm Hyle Russell. That is a music box, by the way. There's often a lot of question, including from me, what that thing is they're spinning on. It's supposed to be a big old music box, but it's just one of those things where it's just like, I don't know, who had a music box in 1996 anymore? They weren't really in fashion, so it's just kind of weird to... So it's weird, that whole bouncing Rareware logo and them cranking the music box, just because it's so unlike anything we had seen prior to this. You know, I mean, I guess it's fine that they got away from the classic Rareware wireframe intro, you know, in Nintendo Presents, but I don't know, I did miss it. But, you know, DKC3 is so different that it's fine. Hello to everyone in the live stream, just trickling in. Got Gibbon, and we got John Tessier, we have Chris, we have LC Lappin, or LCA Apin. Apologies if I don't know the right way to pronounce your names in Twitch. They say, goes in theme with the salvage technology theme for DK in my mind. Yeah, I suppose. You know, there's a weird mix in Donkey Kong games where you've got salvage technology, you've got, like, Gilligan's Island style barrel and coconut-based technology, and then you just have, like, just straight-up regular tech. But a lot of it is salvaged, and I think Tropical Freeze did a nice explanation as far as to, what's going on there. All right, Lost Mangroves, by the way. So you got our Kong's VHS tape there, which I don't know. It just looks like a lurid VHS tape you would find behind a beaded curtain in your rental shop. But we're at 56 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and load the suspend point though, and we're just gonna jump right into where we were, complete with lives and whatnot. Yeah, I'll be sure to do that, Wrinkly. Thank you. Hello to Dustin. Says, I hope there's no monkey business in this stream. Haha. Oh, Dustin, you card. And Snapple Apple says, banana time. Actually, bear time. At least as far as coinage goes. I forget, DKC3 is also a game that actually does save your bear coins, as opposed to DKC2, which would reset your banana coins with every game over or every time you turn off the power. So DKC3 was a little bit more advanced, you know, a little bit kinder to the player. So we're launching into Springin' Spiders. Of course, these are Nids. Nids are relatively helpful baddies. They're part of the Kremling crew. They can't hurt you here. The bouncing ones can't, but I think they're supposed to be considered baddies, part of the Kremling crew, and we'll talk about it when we get to the boss of Kremwood Forest a little bit more. I really like these forest levels, though. They got a nice aesthetic to them. Alright. Have to change gears. I spent most of the morning playing the Lil Gator game, the new release from Platonic Friends. Just very charming, very delightful. And a lot less frantic than DKC3. So, I don't know, I might not be in the right headspace for this today. Now, you might be wondering, okay, if Nids are baddies, then why do they all have helpful little planks on their backs that the Kongs utilize? Well, the Kremlings can use those too. I mean, it's not just limited to the Kongs. The Kongs are just taking advantage of the situation, which I think is fair. And yeah, Squawks is here, everyone. Squawks, who really rose to higher degrees of prominence in Donkey Kong Country 2. I mean, when you compare his role in the first game, Torchlight Trouble, And now just look at him. He's a big shot here. Alright, I know there's a... Ow, God, okay, I shouldn't have done it. I was gonna say, I know there's a bonus barrel there, but I want to explore everywhere, but then I lost my extra hit, so... Grab 15 bananas, and I'm gonna do it with Squawk, so... What's the hook? What's the catch? Okay, where... Oh, there's further. It's all up here. Okay, I got it. Might not have given myself enough time for this because I didn't know where they were spawning in, and now it's probably too late. Unless I get some of those like instant spamming bananas where they spawn right into you, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I frittered away too much time looking for the chamber, and I'm too banana shy, so I'll have to do it again. It's fine. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. It is crazy how Squawks just really shot up in prominence in the Animal Buddy ranks. Because, yeah, Donkey Kong Country, you would have thought, oh, it's a little parrot, that's cool, a little flashlight. But obviously the focus was on the other four, including Espresso and Winky, and then DKC2 sort of did something new with Squawks. And that's what I love about the teams at Rare during this time, where they were like, oh, I got them all. I was talking, and I forgot I need to actually get the bonus coin. They could have just created a new character to serve Squawk's function in DKC2. Like, there's no reason for it to just be the parrot from the first game. But they were like, no, let's do more with this guy, and like, instead of just creating a new character, and it utilized him, like it used all parts of the intellectual property, and I don't know, I really liked that time when it felt like any character could come and go from the series, but really wasn't limited by their original role, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I think that's cool, and it was always fun to see, like, okay, which animal buddies are going to come back in the next Donkey Kong game? Which Kong helper is going to come back? What are they going to do? Is their role going to be the same or different? And we really got away from that post Rare, you know. It was just a struggle to often get characters back at all, and then more often than not, if a new studio is taking over Donkey Kong, rather than they're gonna reuse a few token characters, but they're probably just gonna create new characters. Like, for example, Professor Chops. Like, Professor Chops could have been any number of existing Donkey Kong characters. He didn't need to be a wiggly little pig man, but they made him a wiggly little pig man, and you know, I don't despise Professor Chops, but I don't know, we have such an extensive cast in the Donkey Kong series that doesn't get utilized properly, and part of that is just because it's been, since 2002, passed around to so many different studios, and I'm hoping the new direction, purportedly, under Nintendo with Donkey Kong will be a lot more all-encompassing when it comes to the legacy of the cast. I do want new characters, of course. I don't want things to remain stagnant, but I want to see some old favorites. I mean, everybody lost their mind because Swanky Kong was on the Super Mario Brothers movie poster of Donkey Kong. Just a small, greeny image, you know, we had to blow up to really see him, but it was still Swanky, and that was exciting. And I think that shows the thirst for all of this nonsense to persist. I mean, I want Swanky back in the games. I want everybody back in the games, within reason. I think you could find a role for both Winky and Radley, thank you. Ah. Nuts. Just so many little bits here. Yeah, like, what even is the point of this? Besides, I guess, bananas. Oh, I see you. I see you, coin. The stages in DKC3 where you have to climb vertically, they can get confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Can I snake through here? Okay, it was a balloon. That's all it was. How do I get over to you, coin? I'll figure it out. Or maybe I won't. I'll have to come back. That's fine, too. Ah, come on. What am I missing? Yeah, I missed that coin entirely. Oh well. No! Aw, man. Well, it gives me another chance to get that coin and get the hero coin. Get the coin from the coin. Kiddy's name does bother me. I do think they should have maybe gone with Dinky Kong worldwide, just to keep the consistency with the DK barrels. I don't know. It's kind of irksome that his initials are KK, and yet there's no there's no KK barrels in the game, so. Alright, well, it's not gonna happen if I keep doing that. Especially since, you know, Tropical Freeze introduced the other forms of DK barrels. Like DD barrels, DX barrels, CK barrels, FK barrels, and I don't know. It just why is Kiddy able to be in a DK barrel? Those aren't his initials. You really don't know how to get that coin. Oh, that worked. Can't believe that worked. Not that I really should be caring about extra lives so much as bonus barrels and what have you. Oh, come on. Not even. Guess there's a buzz up there. Okay. Whoa, swoopy. Okay, I didn't realize there was a swoopy there to give me a platform. Swoopies are the woodpeckers. And there, okay, there's a bonus barrel. So I missed the hero coin. I'll have to come back for that. But let me go ahead and try to collect 30 stars. Oh, come on. Woo! That was I couldn't cut that any closer. All right, bye, kitty. Check in with the chat. Oh, Jeff is here. Oh my god. Jeff says Kitty is a nickname short for his full name, Kid Icarus Uprising. And Chris says Kitty is a nickname. His full name is Daniel Kong. I've heard it theorized that his name is actually Dinky Kong worldwide, because in Donkey Konga 2, no matter the region, Dixie does refer to her cousin Dinky, and either Dinky is a separate character, another cousin that we've just never seen, or Kitty's name, his legal name is Dinky, and Kitty is a nickname, which, poor guy, I mean, even his nickname sucks ass, but I think Kitty is too iconic of a name in the West for them to kind of take backsies on now. Even saying like, oh yeah, he outgrew it. His real name is Dinky. Just call him Dinky, and then it just becomes another ironic name. Like Tiny is now an ironic name because she's outgrown being tiny. Oh, it's funny. I'm pissing myself with laughter. I actually like Tiny's growth spurt though. It made it sound like I didn't like it, but I enjoy that. Apparently Nintendo did that. I don't even think it was an edict from Rare or a decision Rare made. It was at a point where Rare really couldn't control the creative direction of the Donkey Kong series, at least not to any like great shakes. Like they couldn't just say, hey, we're aging up Tiny Kong. So Nintendo would be like, excuse me? But I think it was a decision made by Nintendo during the buyout era to differentiate Tiny from Dixie, since they're visually similar and mostly serve the same function, albeit in different ways. And then I've heard the complaints, of course, that, well, now you've just made it so Tiny doesn't really work in a 3D platformer. And, well, yeah, but if you're going to choose between the two, then use Dixie. I mean, Tiny can still be utilized as a character. It's just, yeah, I don't know what that. I realized I needed to stay on the NID, or I wanted to stay on the NID, I should say. Now I'm gonna have to just. Man, they really put the star barrel back a ways in this level. It feels like you have to go through quite a bit to get to any semblance of a checkpoint. But yeah, I got over Kitty not having the DK initials, at least, you know, outside of Japan, but I don't know, still in the back of my mind, it's like, of course, it's better than the name I thought they might be going with when they announced the character, because for the longest time, I say the longest time, for a couple of months after the reveal of DKC3 at E3 96, we didn't know Kitty's name. He was just this baby character who was seen in screenshots. He was never referred to by name. I don't think they actually had named him at that point. So my theory, based on, well, they named the new character last year Dixie Kong to fit the DK barrels. So what if they name the new character Diaper Kong? It's my big theory, and it's a terrible theory. No, they're okay. Can't get up there that way. How do I get you, coin? Come on. Promise I won't waste all of my time today looking for this damn hero coin. Or looking for my way in to get this damn hero coin. I just really want a chance to get this damn hero coin, so... No, and I just land on the bus, and then I die from throwing Kitty like a moron. Oh, that's my frustrated drowning noise. Oh. Jesus. Are you shitting me? Okay, I think you know what, I'll just, whatever. I'm gonna try this. And if this doesn't work, then, maybe I'll just move on for now. And I'll just do a cleanup stream at some point where I go through and get all the little things I didn't get. I don't need to 100% clear it out at this stage. It would just be nice, you know? Alright. Yeah, okay. Fuck me. Alright, come back. I screwed that up. Okay. Okay, what... Alright, let's, Yeah. Get Dixie in here. Alright, and now Kitty, you can throw Dixie. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy, and then that's how you get back through there. Okay, I can start and select. Yay! And now I have the little gold pendant on the thing. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, I hope you're watching. I hope you're still watching. Here's your favorite character. Your favorite character in the DKU. It's Brash's cabin. That's right. Brash's cabin. Jeff says I'm not watching. Jeff, you motherfucker. I hate you so much. Fine. I'll just indulge in Brash myself. Hey, it's the Banana Brain Kongs. What do you think you're doing coming into Brash's cabin without asking? See that riverbank race? I ran that in 1 minute 15. You couldn't do it in double that time. Did you get hurt on the riverbank level, Kongs? That must be why you were so slow. Hey, did you happen to join Wrinkly's Ramblers on their monthly trundle along the riverbank? I reckon so. So there's lore I hadn't retained. Wrinkly has a mall walking group. That walk the riverbank, not a mall, but all right, let's go fucking shut Brash up, fucker. All right, minute 15. You don't need to get any of the secrets. I already did that. Got to run from the bees, obviously. Not looking to set any world record here, just what Brash claims is the in-universe world record, which is pretty pathetic, actually. Now, he's a bear. He doesn't, spin with his little ponytail, or he can't water skip like Kiddy Kong, so it's probably pretty good. It just no monkey or a little baby gorilla or what have you. Yeah, but whatever. I don't need Dixie. Nobody's ever tried it who wasn't a bear or apparently an elderly Kong, so It's fine. Oh no! I didn't actually do it in time. I'm 3 seconds too late, so I have to do it again. I think the key is to remember which water areas you have to dive down in and which ones you just go over so you don't waste all that time. So you can see I'm 3 seconds ahead of where Brash was at the Star Barrel. Nope. Ah. There we go. Little rusty. But, oh man, that's so much easier than Professor Chops' little mind fucks in Returns in Tropical Freeze. Fuck that guy, seriously. Fuck. I thought TT's time trials were bad, and then this little bespectacled pig comes along and says, actually, these are what real time trials look like. They're just not even fun. They're just miserable. Professor Chops. Alright, this is gonna be fun. What? You can't have beaten my time. I've held that record for the last 2 years running. You've made me so angry. I could use too many ellipses. What a dick. And then the little tree branch, or tree log, little stump breaks loose. And now we have access to, oh, I don't have access to it, because I had to get through Barrel Brawl. Let's go back and see what Brash has to say. If you think I'm talking to you, Kongs, you can forget it. I don't mind you winning, but showing off is just uncool. Alright. I wish we had like higher resolutions of all of his little trophies in the background, though. Alright, I guess that's all he says. I was always hoping for a third option, because comedy is usually best served in threes. So it would be funny if, you know, the third time around he just, you know, you just walk in and you can see his feet dangling from the ceiling. Brash is a great character, though. I don't know why he's not utilized at all post DKC3. Like, he would be great for sports games, any competition-based game. Donkey Kong or a Mario game that incorporates Donkey Kong characters. They don't do it, though. Because the Brothers Bear, oh, we can't bring the Brothers Bear back. Oh, no, people might like that. Chris says there was a third option, but it was censored. Cotbox. Hello, Cotbox says, man, I love the map in this game so much. Such a fun design. And Jeffrin says, Brash sounds suspiciously like K. Rool from DKC1. Suspiciously so, yeah. Alright, Barrel Brawl. Disappointing level. I, prefer Barrel Ultimate just because it has more of the things I like. Sorry, I was taking a sip of water. Sparkling water, of course, because I don't drink any of that still shit that's in my body. And oh yeah, I don't have to actually race in this. That's a nice change. that's a Rube Goldberg style mechanism just to get that K. Love the autumn vibes in here. So you can see there's a yeah, what are they? Nibblers? I can't keep track. I can't keep track of all the character names. Now, you see, there's a different thing here with Ellie. Ellie's got a little meter now in the lower right-hand corner, and that's way more clutter than we're used to in a Donkey Kong HUD. At least at this stage. So, as you can see, you can suck it up and shoot it, and now it's like ammo. Oh, but what's that? Uh-oh. Oh, there's a booty bird. Ah, no, come on. How do I... Oh, no, I'm out of water. Fuck it. Find the coin. Oh, yeah. That's... okay. Gotta be a little bit more gingerly with the barrel throwing. And I guess the water spraying, too. Nope. I'm dead. Just gonna try to go for it, but the game punished me. And this is the thing about Ellie, like, she's not as fun to play as Rambi, let's be honest. But they give her interesting mechanics that aren't universal in every stage. Like, you can't do this in every stage, but I don't know. I think it's, oh god, no, no, no. I think it's alright. Just trying to get my aiming down here. Okay. Ellie's more of a gimmicky animal buddy, and I know it's that word again, gimmicky. But I mean, a lot of DKC 3 is, for lack of a better term, gimmicky. I mean, let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, okay, and it just respawns. Alright, I was trying to get them both with one go, but I guess I didn't need to worry about that. Like, at the end of the day, no, Donkey Kong Country 3 is not as well designed as, shit. I keep hitting the wrong button and I'm... Alright. Nope. Okay, well. Nope. Why can't I get it to suck? No! Suck! There we go. I swear, it wasn't working. I kept pressing Y. It wasn't working. Okay. It's the game's broken. It's not me. There we go. Just put that whole ugly incident behind us. And there's no hungry fish down there. Awesome. But yeah, I don't think the fact that DKC3, and it is a fact that it's not as well designed, I don't think that's really keeps disappearing, motherfucker. I like doing the thing, and then I like taking another keg or barrel with me for protection. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I don't like that the game is punishing me for it. Alright, I guess there's nothing under there. Fine. Okay, fine. I guess I'm supposed to suck up the water here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this stupid. Yep. So basically I got one shot. It's not as hard as I was fearing. Okay, 10 stars. Really? Really? So on the topic of DKC3 not being as well designed, no, I think the team obviously like knew where. Okay, I'll take out them and then I'll do the floaty float. I think the team knew. Shit, I'm bad at Ellie right now. I think the team knew they were going to be lacking compared to the previous team, which of course had more experience and they really honed their skills on the first game to give us the masterpiece that was the second. So I think they were left an amazing template and they were able to make up for their lack of expertise maybe with some really cool ideas that made DKC3 as good as it was, if that adds up. Like I completely get people's dismissal of this, but I think there's a lot of good stuff going on in DKC3 that it's why I keep coming back to it, and why it's just not like, oh, it's the bad one. It's like, no, DKC3 is kind of cool. You just have to know what you're getting into. It's not just DKC2 but better, or DKC2 but worse. It's just another flavor of Donkey Kong Country game that feels familiar and new in some places. And no, it's not technically like as good of a game, but I really like it. I love it. In fact, I'd like it better than the first Donkey Kong Country game. All right, that's Bob and Barrel Brawl done. And yeah, if you go down, then the cave just blows up. Eric's Horde. So let's see if I can do this. All right, it's A. Y. Oh, gee, that's hard. I don't know. I'm laughing at the simplicity now because I know how hard these get by the end of the game. All right, Eric's ambush. Eric. I think it's Eric, or is it Eric? Eric. Like, it's arachnid, right? But Eric would sound like a name, like Eric. But he's a giant spider. Ah! And of course, it's not that big of a deal because we have a giant spider for a friend. His name is Squitter. Alright, I think there's a relatively safe spot when he's doing his goo. Oh no. Kiddy. Kiddy was just killed by a giant spider, everyone. Dixie's probably the better character here. So I think the giant goo, you're safe from it if you just stand in the corner there. I could be wrong. But yeah, I think Eric is supposed to be a big old nid. You know how the Donkey Kong games like to take regular enemies and make big scary monster bosses out of them, and I think he's supposed to be a nid. Now that raises the question, is Squitter like the spider template that Eric and the Nids were like mutated from through the Kremling source on Crocodile Isle to give us them? If Squitter's native to Crocodile Isle, is he just a natural? Oh, look at the Dixie just running out of the forest. I could be. I don't know. Anyway, so we got the patch now. Okay, why did Eric just have a patch? Why was he just holding on to a patch or a bandage? Like, oh, I'm just gonna hoard this. Like, I know, like, in a lot of like fairy tales and lore, like giant monsters like to hoard treasure, but like, I don't know. I've just never heard of a giant spider like squirreling away sanitary pads. Let's talk to the worst Brothers Bear, everyone. Now, when I say the worst Brothers Bear, I love all of the Brothers Bear equally and without question. But inevitably, the question is always raised, which Brothers Bear is best? And then you start to rank them. And in all of my years as a Donkey Kong journalist, hitting the streets, the mean streets, trying to get the opinions of the rank and file. I go to diners in Ohio and I ask truckers which Brothers Bear is best. And then I go back to my office and I type it up and I make a story out of it and they pay me very well for it. And nobody has ever, in the entire history of WBB IB, nobody has ever said Blunder. And I think that's just because Blunder would be the worst if you could assign worst to any Brothers Bear, which, like I said, I love them all equally, so I don't know if you could. But yeah, he never really comes up in the discussion, and I think that's because, well, why explain it when I can just show you? This is Blunder Bear, everyone. I hate him already. I've been watching your progress for a while, Dixie. The name's Blunder, but you can call me Mr. Blunder. Fuck you. So you think you're going to find everything in the game? You don't even know there's a lost world, do you? Oops, I think I just let the cat out of the bag. It's called an NDA, you motherfucker. Maybe you should check next time before you sign your name to appear in a game. Alright, so that's Blunder Bear. He's got a bow tie like Matt Smith, and I want to punch him in the face. But he's fine. I love him just as much as Barnacle and Bazaar and Bazooka and Blizzard and Bramble and Bachelor, but also I want him to choke on his own bile. Let's see him again. So you think you're going to find everything in the game? You don't even know there's a lost world, do you? Oh, so he says the same thing. I think we have to go back a couple times as we continue. He's just going to keep saying the same thing. Yeah. But basically, if you go to him enough times as you make progress, he will tell you how to get to the Lost World of Krematoa, which sucks. Because you know, at least DKC2, you knew you were getting Krem coins for something. You knew Clubba was a character. You pay him 15 Krem coins and boom, oh, okay, there's the Lost World. I've got to get all the Krem coins to do this. And the whole mystery of the Lost World is kind of half-baked in this game, but you couldn't touch the Kremling Lost World, let's be honest. Like, I'm glad there is a Lost World. It's something that I think Retro's games really struggled with, like getting a proper post-game endgame in there, and at least DKC3 tries and almost gets there. It's just lacking the pizzazz and the lore power of its predecessor. I mean, there's no way it could do it though. So, all right, I already got Bounty Beach. Okay, I couldn't tell. Let's go visit Funky and upgrade this boat, or get a new boat. A patch? Oh yeah, this is just what I needed. Hang on for just a couple of seconds, Dixie, and I'll get you a cool new tub for you to rub-a-dub-dub. He's so fucking high right now. Alright, so now we got the hovercraft. Hang 5, Dixie. So this is the first appearance of a hovercraft in the DKU. Of course, hovercrafts would be even more prominent in the following year with Diddy Kong Racing as the infamous worst vehicle in Diddy Kong Racing, but we still love hovercrafts all the same. You see, so now it can float over these little islets, these little rocks in the lake, and so it gives you a little bit more freedom of motion. Of course, there's this entire corner over here, and then I do like the way I really like the way they designed this map, because they really like slowly spool things out for you. It's like, oh, I can get up here, but wait a second, there's something up there, but I can't get up there because there's a waterfall. Oh, I bet the next vehicle will take me up the waterfalls. I'm explaining the little kid logic of the game. Concave. It's a pun. All right, let's see. X, B, A, Y, A, B. See, I already got it wrong. I have the memory of a goldfish. B, A, X, X, B, A, B, A, X, X, B, A. Eventually you'll get a combination that works for your brain. I'm gonna park the hovercraft really quick. I'll go save at the wrinkly on the overworld. That's another thing I don't think I've really talked about, is how cool it is that we have characters, Kong helpers, just straight up on the overworld. Like, I think Donkey Kong Land 2 did it with Clubba's Kiosk, but that was an exception to the rule. But here, we've just got A Wrinkly on the overworld. We've got Funky, he's only on the overworld, and a lot of Brothers Bear that are only on the overworld. Like, so far we've seen Bizarre and Blunder. So, I don't know, that's cool. If you spot Cranky on your travels, tell him his dinner's gone cold. Why not? Oh, right, they didn't really have cell phones in great abundance yet. I was like, why doesn't Wrinkly just text her fucking husband? Why is she asking this child to track down the elderly man hanging out at the Sideshow carnival with the skeevy, big-titted Swanky Kong? Because they probably didn't have cell phones yet. Alright, I don't have enough coins yet for the mirror, but I'll go up to Bazaar really quick. Always like visiting Bazaar. What will be on this fine day, Dixie? So, who owns the castle? Well, I ventured up there once, but if you want to know what I discovered, it'll cost you 2 coins. Oh, do tell. Well, once I got to the castle grounds, I saw a sign which said, "Keep right off our land." So I ran off. So if you didn't catch that, keep right off our land. The first letter of each word spells K Rool. So there it is. Like, the game's just giving away the plot. If you think like a nonsense person, then you pretty much know right there. Oh, K Rool's behind it all. Fuck me. There is chaos. That none of that shit matters really. But I was a dumb kid, so I didn't get that. I thought Bazaar just was an idiot, and so I didn't know K Rool was in it until I saw K Rool. Now, here we go with the debate, and some of you are going to get mad at me, because in most official sources, Cotton Top Cove is listed as the third world. Cotton Top Cove being over here. Mechanos, the world right here, this little island is usually labeled as the fourth world. And that's all well and good, but here's the thing. You're coming from the south, right? Oh, there's the next world. I'm gonna go to Mechanos. But you wouldn't be thinking like this. Hold on, let me demonstrate. Oh, the next world. Where's the next world? I guess it's over here above this world? No, you wouldn't be thinking that. And the game gives you the choice, but every official source, sans, I think, Nintendo Power in 1996, listed Cotton Top Cove as the third world. And I think that was supposed to be the third world. But because just the way the brain works, or at least my brain works, like if you're reading this like a book in the West, then sure, left to right. But you're not as an explorer, as an adventurer, this isn't reading a book. Or if you're a manga fan, this is the way you would do it. You go Mechanos, Cotton Top Cove. And so I maintain that it's more logical for the characters to go to Mechanos first, and then Cotton Top Cove. And I know a lot of you are screaming at me. Let me look at the chat. Well, Gibbon is asking what order are the bosses listed in the end. I don't know. Probably Squirt and then Chaos. But here's the thing, though. Dixie doesn't know about the end credits yet, so it would make sense to go to Mechanos first. That's the way I like it. I also like how non-structured it is. I don't know. This is weird for me because usually my brain is very orderly, but Cotton Top Cove would be like the halfway point, right? If that's the fourth world. If Mechanos is the fourth world, that's the halfway point, and you fight Chaos there, which makes sense for the plot. Like, oh, you meet the big bad at the halfway point, but wait, that's not the end. But I like just the non-symmetry of fighting what you think is the big bad in just the third world. I don't know. I also like that Cotton Top Cove is a far more placid, tranquil world, and it would come after Mechanos. I'm doing Mechanos first. I'm done justifying it, but yeah. Anyway, can I just also point out too? You can go visit Bramble. I think I'll do that. But here you see the waterfalls there. So I can't get up further in the northern hemisphere. And then of course these mysterious four rocks with some sunken structure in the middle there. What could be there, I wonder. I just love the way though that the hovercraft is rendered. It's just such a lovely little object twirling around on the map screen. It really is a gorgeous game. All of the Donkey Kong Country games are gorgeous, but it's just amazing to me. I think DKC3 doesn't get enough credit because it came out 2 months after the N64 launched in the West. And so nobody was talking about its graphics. Nobody was talking about how great it looked on the Super Nintendo. It is a stunning piece of work, and I don't think the team, the art department, everybody who pulled the resources together to make this game get the credit they deserve. But we're going to give it to them. Also, Evelyn Novakovic? I don't know her married name. She's Evelyn Fisher in DKC3. And I always try to say her her merry name, and I always botch it. I never know the correct pronunciation, and I look like a fool. But I haven't talked enough about her music yet. And while we're lingering here on the map screen, I am, of course, taken with this very, very haunting Northern Hemisphere theme. It is probably... It is my favorite track in DKC3, and I just love the sense of foreboding it instills in you, but it's a different sort of foreboding than you got from the map screen in Donkey Kong Country 2, where you're just straight out on enemy territory, hostile camp. Here, it's more neutral. Yes, it's crawling with Kremlings, but it's not Kong territory. It's Kong allied territory, but it's still unfamiliar ground for Dixie and or Kiddy. Well, I guess maybe not Kiddy, since he's probably from here. But yeah, for Dixie, it's her point of view. And I don't know, just this sense of I don't know what's around the corner. And it really helps with this map screen, where you can't see beyond where your vehicle will permit you, and you just don't know what's around the corner, up to and including the clouds up above, which we can't see yet. And I don't know, I just think it's a great piece of music that works really well. Let's visit Bramble really quick. Bramble's Bungalow. And I guess this is the part of the stream where I have to point out that at the least in the UK instruction manual, Bramble was listed as Bellamy Bear instead of Bramble Bear, which was a reference to a I guess television personality in the UK at the time, a gardener or garden show. It's a really weird, like hyper focalized localization, self-localization for the team. They don't normally get that specific. If they do have a reference to British culture, then it's usually just in the game, and it's not excised when it comes to the Americas. Although I guess I don't know. DKC3 is a game where you have a lot more severe localizations than you would with the other ones, like the aforementioned Kiddy and Dinky Divide. So it's just weird that we have that split between Western countries. It's rare that you would get that, at least English-speaking Western countries, I should say. All right, Bramble's Bungalow. English as the primary language, Western countries. All right, there. I've covered my bases. Bramble's Bungalow. Ah, hello there, Dixie. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bramble, the famed botanist. Yes, I moved up here to get away from the smell of the machines, but it's been too dry to grow anything. See that flower that Bramble's got in a portrait? That's important. I love plants, don't you? They're so beautiful. This picture reminds me of those I can't grow anymore. What a sad, sad statement this is. Yes, I moved up here to get away from the smell of the machines, but it's okay. We know. And then this part baffled me. It's a different bear. What? That's explained later. But yeah, there's a little just path up into the forest. And nothing's growing. Why is nothing growing for Bramble? Well, it's because of Mechanos. Mechanos, which is also a pun. There's a lot of puns based on real world locales in this game. From K3 to the Crimean War to Mechanos. And this is sort of a continuation of the themes explored in the first Donkey Kong Country game, specifically the Kremling industrialization in areas they do not occupy, or they shouldn't be occupying, but they move in with their factories and they pollute the local habitats. And we saw that with Kremcock Industries on Donkey Kong Island, and here it is with Mechanos in the Northern Hemisphere. And from the architecture of Mechanos, it implies to me that this is even older than the Kremcock facility was. And Kremcock is a separate company than Kremco. You see up there on that shed or whatever, the Kremco stamping. Now, Kremco actually comes back in Donkey Kong 64. It's referred to in Frantic Factory on some of the pieces of machinery. And in fact, I believe Snide's jumpsuit, his outfit, his overalls, he actually has the Kremco logo on the back. You never see it in the game, but it's actually there if you data mine it. And so Kremco is still operational, at least until 1999. And yeah, they make a evil toy factory out of it. But there's some Donkey Kong lore for you, and I just love DK64. Really, in a lot of ways, just didn't care about the lore of Donkey Kong. In a lot of broad strokes, it just did its own thing, but it has some surprising references, probably because of the loose continuity between this team and Donkey Kong 64. It changed behind the scenes, and there's stories and drama to be told, and eventually, I think everybody at Rare sort of worked on DK64 to get it out the door by November 99. But yeah, there is nuggets, little kernels of continuity in there if you know where to look. So this is Fireball Frenzy, World 4-1, but for our purposes, in my headcanon, it's World 3-1. We're doing it this way. We're doing it my way. It's DK Vine done slow, baby. And yes, the music here, it's Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. That's all it is. It's just Kashmir. But we got the little owls, which are obviously little mechanical owls based on what movie are they from? Shit, it's the Harryhausen film, right? Somebody help me out in the chat. I forget. I'm drawing a blank. Clash of the Titans, says Chris. Yeah, and Gibbon simultaneously. Chris was also explaining Bellamy to me. I'll have to go back when I'm not in the thick of things here. These were a last-minute addition because originally they had flying robots in the background, like hovering on little like helicopters. And in screenshots in the summer of '96, you could see them. They had renders for them, and they changed them to the Clash of the Titans reference at relatively late in the game. Late in the development of the game, I should say. Well, that happened. I get so jazzed talking about Donkey Kong that I forget I'm playing Donkey Kong. Has that ever happened to you, my friends? Anyway, I think as far as if I'm ranking factories in the Donkey Kong games, Kremcroc will always be my favorite. But I do like the energy from these factory levels. It's a lot grimier. It's a lot more I don't know. It feels like something out of Charles Dickens. I don't know. So yeah, those hedgehogs I just torpedoed through. I think they're bristles. They are basically the replacement for Spinies, the porcupines in Donkey Kong Country 2 and Land 2. And yes, they are hedgehogs, and they look more like hedgehogs than Sonic does. But it's just weird to think about, Sonic, in the vast multiverse of video games, Sonic has met the Kongs and Banjo and Kazooie multiple times, sometimes in the same game. And, just weird to think that, oh yeah, there's also this blue hyperactive hedgehog that they will get to know. Maybe not Dixie and Kiddy so much, but Donkey, Diddy, Banjo and Kazooie for sure. And K-Rool. And Fox McCloud, who knows Tricky, who, getting in the weeds here. Oh, okay. I do like in the background, it's just like soot. It's just like a grimy, dirty, polluted sky. It really like helps sell those Industrial Revolution vibes. Just like what a shithole the Kremlings are making out of this island. Whoops. Ah, damn it. Well, you know what? I will say that the fireballs are rendered oddly. I never feel like they really come across as fireballs so much as little Cheeto balls. They look like Cheeto balls, right? You know the balls that are just do they still make those? I haven't I don't seek out snack food like that much anymore, especially stuff that leaves gross residue on your fingers. But you remember the just fell. It's a long way to put a bonus barrel. And there's our friend Squitter. Everything's better with Squitter. Squitter, in my mind, unquestionably my favorite animal buddy. And they just want me to lose Squitter already? Come on, I just got Squitter. And now you want me to be a Squitter quitter? I don't think so. I'm gonna go up here with Squitter. I'm gonna enjoy my squid time a little bit longer. Now I'm stuck. I've webbed myself in. I'm gonna have to wait for them to dissolve. All right, bye Squitter. Love you. I'll see you later. Probably not a new Donkey Kong game. That's probably a long shot. You never know. You never know. Damn it! When did I get so bad with Kiddy? Oh yeah, if you jump, then it lowers. You have to stay on it. God damn it, what's up there? Really wish I had Kiddy right now, but I was an idiot. Really? I'm gonna go explore what this is. And this might be a bad idea. No, this is definitely a bad idea. I'm gonna die. But if I die, then oh well. Oh, come on. Shit. Oh, come on. Yeah, glad I did it. It was a bonus barrel. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Yeah, let's not fuck around with Kiddy Kong. No offense, Kiddy, but this isn't suited for you, my friend. Ah! That was close, and then the little Cheeto ball hit me. Now I'm hungry for Cheeto balls, and I don't even like Cheetos. Fine. I have one shot to get this then. I hesitated. I hesitated and it got me. And now I don't have Kitty, so I'm just gonna have to press forward and come back for that. Oh, wait. I hear Kitty. Fine. Third time is the charm. It definitely was with this game. If you discount the Donkey Kong Land games and, you know. Alright. Shit bags. Alright, well now third time isn't the charm because I don't get a third time. It's probably for the best, right? Just gonna move on. Alright, or I could just die. It's alright. I am technically jumping straight ahead to the fourth world. So there's a difficulty spike there that... You know, as a kid, I don't know if I realized that. I was like, wow, the game just gets hard here. Because it does. I mean, this is far harder than Kremwood Forest. This here reminds me of Castle Crush a little bit. Just we're gonna make you dance with like, dueling baddie attacks. Alright, let's do this. Makes my hands sweat. I saw some people wanting me to put in the Merry code because it is close to the holidays. And, maybe we'll display, like, all the little fun codes at the end, like we did with Stop and Swap and Banjo-Kazooie, but I don't like altering the game like that. For me, like, it's I don't know. Not that it's not authentic, it's just... I like the just regular context of the game. It's fun that it's there, but... more as a novelty than a status quo. Alright. Okay, relatively easy there. I think that's all the bonuses. DKC3 is usually pretty good about partitioning them out. Two in every level. Here we go. This is actually a good bit here. Having to, like, deduce the patterns of the Cheeto balls. Maybe it's not Cheeto balls that I'm thinking of, but it's the off-brand Utz variety that you find in, like, every office. Like, atop the refrigerator. That's what I'm thinking of. It's still been years since I've had those. I know Cheetos did make a brand of those in the 90s. Like, they attempted their own take on that. Because, hey, we're the Cheetos. We're the kings. You know, let's not yield any market share to these upstarts. Utz? Come on. We're Frito-Lay. We're not going to let all these Pennsylvanian snack companies steal our thunder. But fuck them. Actually, the Utz version is superior. Sorry, Kitty, but this is just not your stage. Cool. Checking in with the chat. Ivy says the best kind of Cheeto is the kind that provides codes in Banjo-Kazooie. Bravo. Thank you for bringing it back to the DKU. Although Jeffrin had a far more lurid take and said Grunty castrated Cheeto to make those. And also says, I miss the Chester Paw Cheetos. Bazooka's Barracks. All right, here we go. Bazooka. I do love Bazooka. Let's talk to Bazooka. I'm not going to do the voice, though. I can't. Because he says, Morning, Kongs. Brigadier Bazooka here, all present and correct I see. Marvelous. I fought in the Crimean War, don't you know? But I've retired from the service, along with Big Bessie. Who's Big Bessie? She's only the biggest and greatest cannon of all time. What a beauty. It would be splendid to fire her one more time, but she needs some ammo to really get going. Big Bessie is actually his penis he's referring to. No, like I said, DKC3 has a lot of little lore dumps. Crimean War. And that's all we get. That's the only context we get. Bazooka fought in the Crimean War. What is that? Well, it's a pun. It's a pun, obviously, but it seems to be some sort of historical conflict with the Kremlings, the name would imply, or maybe just Kremlin-occupied territory, or what was once Kremlin-occupied territory. But, you know, it pisses me off. As a Donkey Kong fan. And by the way, Bazooka, the biggest and best canon of all time, is Donkey Kong Universe canon. But I digress. Because yeah, the Donkey Kong wiki did this running joke article on the Great Ape War. It's their own made-up conflict that they claim happened in Donkey Kong canon. And Kotaku, on a very slow news day, did an article about it because they don't know anything at Kotaku about Donkey Kong. And they said, Donkey Kong canon is really absurd, isn't it? Like, we didn't know this. And it got a lot of attention to the Great Ape War. And then for the longest time, everybody thought the Great Ape War was an actual thing because Kotaku did an article about it based on Donkey Kong Wiki's very lax moderation policies at the time. I think they've gotten better since then. I don't want to shit-talk them too much. But anyway, all this being said, no, there isn't actually an absurd implied conflict in the history of Donkey Kong. It's the Crimean War, which is funnier. It's a funnier name than the Great Ape War, and people don't know it, and people won't listen to us, the actual experts when it comes to Donkey Kong at DK Vine, because Kotaku. So Kotaku, the ones who ran an article when the day Tropical Freeze was announced, saying that Retro's next game is another damn Donkey Kong Country. So, have you seen Big Bessie? I haven't fired her for years. No ammunition, you see. Yeah, it does. If you think he's talking about his penis, it really paints Bazooka in a horrible light. Demolition drain pipe. Here we go. So, the drain pipe levels and toboggan levels. Here we go. Introduction to both. So toboggans are the big twist in Donkey Kong Country 3. I'm going to be terrible at this the first time around. And the second time around, probably. I'm going to miss so many things. Like that. Almost missed it, but... Of course, the first game had mine carts. Bam! Got it. The second game had roller coasters, and the third game has these runaway toboggans, which is just almost out of left field compared to the first two. I mean, you don't have a track to work with, but I think that's what makes it fun. I think that's what makes it work. I like that they just didn't do mine carts again. And it's kind of works for like the northern Kremesphere and just this whole temperate area where there'd be a lot of snowy places, maybe snowy resorts. And shit. Collect 20 stars. Okay, sure. Nope. And they don't give you any leeway there either. You have to collect literally all the stars you see on the screen. Hey, I got an extra life. Aw. These, in practice, feel almost more similar to the rocket barrel stages from Retro's games. I mean, I know like these are functionally just minecart stages, but just the more like breakneck, out of control aspect of it, it feels more in part in tune with the rocket barrels and desperately trying to get secrets. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching there. Maybe just because I'm not on rails at the moment, it feels that way. I guess stylistically, they're not that close, but it's all about the vibes, right? Damn it. And I missed the bonus that I messed up on anyway. Just a lot going on. I love the design of the toboggans. It's just a nice, like a little barrel-esque shape. It's got its, like, the little racing stripes on the side, which gives it its own unique look. It's nothing too flashy, nothing too distracting, but it just, you know it. Damn it, I missed the bonus barrel. You know it when you see it, right? You see a picture of that, an image of it, screenshot, render, whatever, and you know that's the DKC3 toboggan. Now, why are these toboggans just scattered about everywhere? I don't know. Like, it makes sense in snow levels, sure, but here in a drain pipe on the factory island? That's kind of stupid, I guess. It's fighting your own reflexes. 'Cause you don't want to go in those, pits, but oh yeah, I was gonna say you better spawn bonus coin. I got them all. And of course, they don't even make it subtle. It's like there's a coin over there. Ah, man. It's a nice little come down, though, after that just chaotic sequence to just, like, oh, you have all the time in the world now to get this hero coin. Look how happy he looks. He's just this big idiot. I love him. Hey, it's time for, once again, the man of the hour, Swanky Kong. Everybody's excited about Swanky these days. I'm excited about Swanky. Let's get excited about Swanky together and play some of Swanky's Sideshow. There are nanas and tokens galore for the ones who get the best score. He could have rhymed galore with score. Oh, he did. But nanas. I'm distracted by nanas. So tokens galore, best score, but he couldn't say bananas? Like, was he worried about his character limit? Nanas, really, Swanky? Okay. Let's do race to 25. I'm not feeling endurance right now. But I shook off my rust last week, so I should be better at this than my first few tries. Not saying I'm the expert, not saying I'm the world champion of throwing balls in Swanky's Sideshow. At least not these balls. Man, Cranky's keeping up with me though. Alright, he finally fell off the end. And that's a little offhanded reference to Kiddy Kong's parents, his unseen parents, and Chunky's parents, presumably. I love when we get Kong's reference that don't have any like in-game appearances, like Diddy's parents, or I guess he might say the same dialogue to Dixie, so Dixie's parents then too, and Tiny's parents, and Kiddy and Chunky's parents. I don't know. I just like imagining what they look like in my head, and usually they look like just adult versions of these characters. Just like, oh, imagine Diddy Kong, but with a pencil mustache and, I don't know, a little suit and lunch pail. Ripsaw Rage. Now this one was seen in a lot of screenshots and videos before the game came out. I don't know if they showed this off at E3 or if it just was rolled out around a similar time, but this was a striking scene, seeing that there was going to be a level where the Kremlings are sawing down a tree that, oh yeah, you're climbing in. Talk a lot about the environmental themes of these games, and this is just a striking example of that. And I died really bad. Now, yeah, it doesn't really make any sense the way they're cutting down the tree. They're cutting up through the middle. That's not how you cut trees. I mean, I guess that's how the Kremlings cut trees. Idiots. It's no wonder they, haven't successfully cut down this whole forest yet, because the way they're going about it is just the worst possible way. You would cut down a giant redwood, but it works for video game mechanics, doesn't it? Whew. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to nab all the secrets in this stage, because you don't really have a lot of time to think. It's the Castle Crush mentality, but see, and I've screwed that up. This time the floor is even more lethal. And I just sacrificed Dixie to get back in here in time, and you know what? Maybe it'll be easier with Kiddy because I won't be as relying on Dixie's helicopter twirl. They can't do as much in the rare era Donkey Kong Country games as they can do in retros, obviously. But I feel like this is the kind of bombastic thing you would see in retros games. It would be portrayed in a lot more of an over-the-top way, like the tree would start falling down while you're inside it, you'd go on a wild ride at the end of the level, but I think they're able to convey that, even though obviously it's more understated given the limitations of the time and the hardware and how much they had to work with. But I feel like, you know, yeah, that might happen. It just, in Retro's games, we would actually see it and experience it, and it would be completely over the top and fun. It's really the thing, a lot of these early games, they get your brain halfway there, and then your brain just fills in the gaps. Like, even stuff like the backgrounds. The backgrounds are just repeating. They're on a loop. It's like the Flintstones. But you never pick up on that, really, when you're playing them. To you, it just feels like an expansive... Are you... Okay. Okay. Ah. Got it. To you, it just feels like an expansive forest full of intrigue and wonder. And, yeah, it's not until you really, like, study the backgrounds and Returns in Tropical Freeze that you're like... Oh, shit. God damn it.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
I still don't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, Chris is calling me out. Heil, no disrespect, but you're not a lumberjack. Kindly stop tree-splaining. Not a lumberjack, but I use a lot of paper products. You know, I like shopping at Office Max. So I think I know what I'm talking about. Jeff says, Heil, do they make Rule 34 of the elephant on this game? I didn't respond to it the first time you said it because I didn't understand what you were saying. Because when you say the elephant, I know that you know she's called Ellie. And that being said, if you did do a Google search for Ellie Rule 34 video games, you would probably find another character entirely in probably lurid situations. So I'm not going to recommend you search for it. So I guess we'll never know. You pervert. I think you'll find more luck with Taj if you just want some, like, trunk action. Oh, Wrinkly's asleep. I'm sure she won't mind if I steal from her purse, though. Because we all know we would do it, right? She's gonna be dead in a few years. She doesn't need that money. She can't take it with her. I mean, I know she hangs around as a ghost, but... Blazing bazookas. Ah, yes. Here's some controversy. So, bazookas are Kremlings, but they don't start with the K. And I go on and on about Kiddy Kong not having DK for its initials, but these fuckers start with a B. What's interesting is the owl is named Carbine. And that does start with a K. Now, granted, carbines were originally going to be robotic Kremlings, I guess. So you just think they might have, like, switched them around, and bazookas could have then been the owl, and these could have been carbines. I mean, both would work well enough. I don't know. I don't really care. I guess there's still a K in Bazooka, so they like hand-waved it away. And I guess it doesn't have to be a Kremling and start with the letter K. You can have variances, just like not every Kong has to have the E name, like the Y ending first name, like Donkey, Diddy, Funky, Candy, Cranky, Wrinkly, Swanky. Dixie has the sound, but it's not spelled the same. And then, of course, Jungle Beat completely obliterates it with Karate Kong and what have you, Dread Kong. And, you know, if you accept that some of the other primates we've seen in rare games like Conga and, Chimpy would fall under the conventions, but Conga, and then of course there's Pepito Kong, totally canonical Sea of Thieves character. So, naming conventions aren't hard and immovable. What is this barrel for? Why'd you give me a barrel? And there's Squitter. There's promises of Squitter. This really feels like a Killer Instinct stage right here. Like the original Killer Instinct. I feel like this is just kind of Killer Instinct. Instincty. Don't blow me up. Wah! What am I doing? I don't know. I'm exploring. How about you get off my ass, Mom? Aren't you glad I did that? You don't know shit, Mom. Is that a bash the baddies, or is it a... I don't know. I forgot. I wasn't paying attention. I bashed the baddies, and I found the token, so win-win. Damn, Squitter's cool. Yeah! Oh, yeah, I know what this is. This is one of my bits. This is one of my favorite bits. So watch this. Now he's shooting kegs. What? That's so fucking cool. Bye. That's awesome. I love that. I love that bit. God, I love Squitter. Just need a game with Squitter. Like, fuck everyone else. I don't need anybody else. I just need Squitter. And I would be so content. My little spider friend. So what did that do? I'm not really sure. Oh. You can jump on it if you don't have Squitter. If you don't have Squitter, then that's how you get across there. But we do have Squitters. Why wouldn't we? Okay, now we have to say goodbye to Squitter. We'll get a bear coin. I almost said barrel coin. Bear coin. And we're almost to the point where we can afford that mirror, so good for us and our frugalness. Of course, it helps that you don't really use bear coins for anything in the game except bear shit, so. Whee! Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's cool. I do like the designs of Bazooka. They're little Weasley bastards, aren't they? Like little pieces of shit. It's another obvious Mark Stevenson design. You can just tell when he is creating a lizard reptile character. I mean, look at Rextro in Ukulele. Versus like a Steve Mails designed Kremling or Yuka from off of Ukulele. I love the little bit of drool on Crimp in Crimp's mouth. It's at least visible in the renders. I don't know if it's oh, so he's got the boomy booms. He's got the barrely barrels, and the barrely barrels will mean we can cross. And we probably should cross the barrely barrels, right? Oh wait, but I can't cross. No, it doesn't work in that way. But I'm curious now. I'm gonna regret this. You understand? Oh, I was right. Okay, my instincts were right. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Motherfucker. Just cross. Ah! Whew. They were more generous in a time there than they are in other bonuses. Like, they didn't need to give me all that time. I didn't deserve it. Because I was playing badly. Nope. Don't blow up. Nice. Jeff says, Heil, bonuses isn't a word because bonus is already plural. Jeff, why don't you jump up my asshole and make yourself home? And Dustin says, dude, this game is just like Rick and Morty. What? Don't make me hate Donkey Kong Country 3. Oh, well, speaking of hating... No, G Labyrinth is actually pretty fun. Whoa! It's like I'm on the moon! And of course, we know no Kongs will ever go to the moon. So yeah, the Kremlings are experimenting on low-gravity gases, which aren't a thing, but sure, I'll accept it. It's fun. They have other gases they're working on that aren't as fun, but... Now, we saw some of the gases the Kremlings were experimenting on from K. Rool's Blunderbuss at the end of Donkey Kong Country 2, and that's expanded on in this game with G Labyrinth and Poisonous Pipeline, I think? The purple underwater one. Poison Pipeline, whatever it's called. Something along those lines. Okay, I have to wait for the buzzes to go up, and then I go up. Bonk. Really? Just bananas? I went all of that way for bananas? The music is a lot more evocative of, I think, the original Donkey Kong Country here. Just did a lot more of the moody, kind of more atmospheric tracks. And that was Eveline too, like that large part due to her, where arguably David Wise had the more melodic tracks, and of course that was on full display in Donkey Kong Country 2, which was just David Wise. All right now. Oh, come on. I have to throw Dixie up there, don't I? Well, it's fine. I could have got the Star Barrel and then just come back with Dixie. But I guess dying and having to replay the entire thing over again is just as well. It's more enjoyable because we get to see it twice. It's like second helpings. It's like, that was a good meal. I want more of it. I'm looking out for you, dear viewer. And now it's going to be even harder because I have one less Kong. Which will be more entertaining because how is he going to do it? I really like Donkey Kong Country 3. Like, I know I was kind of, you know, casting some shade on it when I said it wasn't as well designed as Donkey Kong Country 2, because it's not. It's not. But I really like it. It's fun. It's its own thing. It's I don't know. I think people are way too harsh on it. Maybe just back the fuck off. Just look like Dixie. I'm playing as Dixie Kong. I'm in a pipe full of gas and I'm Dixie Kong. What's not to love about that? All these people who are like, you know, Heil, why don't you ever talk about The Godfather? The Godfather, it's the greatest movie ever made. Talk about The Godfather. And I'm like, does it have Dixie Kong in an enclosed space with gases that defy gravity? It doesn't? Well, then fuck The Godfather. I'm not going to talk about The Godfather. I'm going to talk about Donkey Kong Country 3, you idiot. How come they never use my words as pull quotes for stuff? I give good quotes. Also, Kiddy, if Kiddy comes back, right, and he hasn't aged, like they haven't aged him up, which wouldn't make any sense considering we've already seen Tiny get introduced after this and then hit puberty and become a teenager. If Kiddy's still a baby, if he ever shows back up in a video game, we can say it was because the gases stunted his growth, right? Might even be like a sad situation where he's like got the brain of an adult, but he's just stuck in the body of a toddler and nobody ever like treats him seriously. And he's like, you know, I'm 35, damn it. Because that's his voice now, Kiddy's voice. Because he also like just smokes constantly. Because he leans into it. He's like, I have to do every adult thing so people will take me seriously as an adult. Smokes and, you know, rides a motorcycle and has sex with prostitutes, and you know, everybody's just like, oh, little boy, are you lost? Are you with your person? Six more till it's mirror time. It's weird because in Donkey Kong Country Returns you get a mirror and it causes mirror mode. But in this you just buy a mirror for 50 coins and it doesn't do anything because it's just a fucking mirror. Most mirrors are just... that damn buzz gets me every time and I don't know why I always fall for it. You would think now... Because, you know, twice bitten, or once bitten, twice shy, is that the saying? I don't know. I don't know any words unless they're Donkey Kong words, but I have been bitten by that buzz so many times now, and yet I'm not shy of it at all. I just keep coming back for more. I'm like, yes, please. At least I got a little boost out of that. And now I'm dead again. I've gotten worse. Like, it started in the low G Labyrinth, but now I'm, like, down low U, low V. Digging a hole for myself. Maybe I should just, like, watch the bananas and watch the pattern of the buzzes. Because they do, like, lay it out for you where you need to go. Stop it, kitty! Okay. Alright. Kitty, get away. Now I don't have the bananas as a guide. I just have to rely on my memory. Okay, wait for the buzzes to calm down. Okay. Alright. I wonder what, like, the long-term plans for this gas that they were producing was, actually. Like, I know, oh, just low G, low gravity gas, but were they ever planning on, like, dumping it on, like, a population center in the Rare Archipelago? Okay. So, here is this bit that I originally got to way back when. So now I'm going to actually get up there if I can. Nope. Okay. Oh, come on. What the fuck? That didn't work? Alright, fine. Oh, wait. It's Quacks. Okay, well that makes sense. Yeah, okay, I'll get up there with Quacks. So Quacks! Quacks is here. Quacks, of course, virtually unnamed in the West. He was given the name Quacks in Japan. I don't know if it was official or if it was just in a Nintendo publication, sort of like a Shabunga situation. But Payon brought Quacks back in Barrel Blast and officially gave him the name Quacks, which carried over into the West at long last. Up until this point, we were calling him Squeaks at Proto DK Vine, aka my childhood. And I have to really just... Okay. Anyway, from Parachute Panic, arguably with his twin brother, Squawk, aka Flappers, or Flapper. Flappers is Dustin's dog in Sea of Thieves. Anyway, just like Squawk's got a new ability in DKC 2, now Quacks can carry barrels in his talons, which is a great little touch. And he can fly up too. So Quacks is definitely more capable. And I love that the DKC3 team, again, dusted off this character and said, hey, maybe we can do more with that purple parrot. Well, which way do I go? I thought that... Oh, okay. Well, I guess then I didn't really need to waste the barrel on those buzzes, but it's fine. Of course, this is kind of cheating the whole low G gimmick, because now you're just flying, and it's a little bit slower. You're kind of like cutting through muck here, but you can still fly. I mean, it's... but that's fine. It's a nice break. They really like hide the bonus barrels, so you're not even sure if that's the right way you're going, or. And now it's squawks, and now you're squawks, and really wish they would put a counter, so you know exactly how many you have to like eliminate. Anyway, yeah, so I do like that there's still a difference between squawks and quacks. And, oh, there's not even a sequence where you go back into the quacks barrel. You're just dropped as quacks. And, hey, it's a keg, so that immediately flags in your mind. There might be a coin nearby with the hero coin, but maybe not if there's just a barrel up ahead. It's worth pointing out the Dixie balloons. They have white in the eyes, which is odd. Because, of course, the Donkey and Diddy balloons are just single-colored. Maybe they were afraid it wouldn't visually read. Where the fuck am I going? This is nowhere. This is not taking me anywhere. Okay. Oh, well, there's the coin. We're gonna finish out the level. And then it'll be the end of the stream, unfortunately. We won't get to see Chaos today. I'm sorry for all the Chaos fans. That'll be a nice hook for next time, though. I guess he doesn't have hooks, he has blades. Be a nice boxing glove for next time. But yeah, Quacks is one of those things where it's just like, only hardcore Donkey Kong fans would even care about the purple parrots from Parachute Panic, right? And that Rare then brought them back. I guess they came back in Donkey Kong Land 2 in Parachute Panic, but then they came back in Donkey Kong Country 3 in a really big way, which was unexpected and surprising. And then when Payon brought them back in, 2007, 2008, that was just it's as surprising as seeing Swanky on the poster of the Mario movie. It's like K. Rool strolling out of the jungle in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate trailer. It's always a treat when a beloved character finally comes back. And hopefully we'll be having more of those experiences as Donkey Kong fans in the future. In the very near future, hopefully. Okay. God damn it, it got me again. It got me again. It got me again. Hopefully Cotton Top Cove will be a breeze now. Since it, technically is the third world. Be a much more leisurely stream next time. I hit my microphone, I apologize. It is striking, like, playing this and just thinking, like, 2 years prior to this was the first Donkey Kong Country game where, you know, you've... we'll just call a mulligan there. You were just going through forest and snowy mountains, and they're... Alright, well, I just completely fucked that up twice. And then 2 years later in the sequel, you're going through a pipe as a purple parrot. A pipe that's full of gas that makes everything low gravity, or simulates low gravity. The slow creep of weirdness didn't take long. And I think it was just incremental enough that it never felt like a huge, egregious betrayal. Just subtle things. Okay, it's a respawning barrel. I'm gonna take out both of these buzzes then, so I don't repeat my mistake yet again. Cool. Oh, I get it. So I have one shot at this, eh? Hey, alright then. Oh. Oh, I have to do the thing. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Oh.
Protect myself. Oh man, fuck this game. Alright. Nice. I'll head over to Wrinkly Save Cave. Just see... Chaos Carnage will be next time. Let's go save the game. Mimlish Mimmer Shremmer. Sorry, kitty. I've just had my new teeth fitted. Old people. They're hilarious. Alright, we're at 36%. 2 hours and 18 minutes. 31 bonus coins. 46 bear coins. 5 banana burns. 15 hero coins / DK coins. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you. Yeah, Gimmon pointed out there was a respawning keg above. I could have tried again. Yes, I could have, but Snapple Apple, in relation to the discussion of Quacks and Squawk, says, what about the purple parrots from Legends of the Hidden Temple? Don't think I never thought about it when watching that show. Anyway, thanks, everyone, for tuning out. This was a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying Donkey Kong Country 3. It's not letting me down so far, especially when I'm in low-gravity gas. It's really hard to be let down there. Ha, 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 ha. Anyway, before you go off looking at elephant porn, I want to give a quick plug. So we're heading into the holidays, obviously, so I'm not really sure what our streaming schedule is looking like. I do know we are going to have our regular Sea of Thieves stream this Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. GMT. We are probably going to be doing Gilded Athenas again or something. We got to use up our Gilded Voyages before they give out the yearly gift of a Gilded Voyage. We have to clear it out of our inventory, so we're probably going to be doing that on Sunday. And I think the Idaho crew will be streaming next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. They've been playing Nuts and Bolts religiously every Tuesday until they get it done. And of course, Nuts and Bolts is a hefty game, so it's taking them a while. It's their own version of DK Vine done slow. I do not know if I'm doing DK Vine Done Slow next Wednesday, and the reason I don't know is because we're heading into the holidays, and I have a lot to do. And I have a lot to do for DK Vine before we get into Creamy Weekend. So it all depends on how far ahead of the game I am, the game being my other work for DK Vine. And that includes conversations, that includes getting out the holiday cards. So I don't want to necessarily book 2 hours where I'm playing this. As fun as this is, I might have to prioritize other things. So we're going to put a pin in whether or not I'm streaming next week or the Wednesday after Christmas. I believe that will be December 28th. I will definitely be streaming then, or should be streaming then. So anyway, we might also have other streams popping up over the next couple of weeks outside of our usual time, so stay tuned for there. I do know we'll probably be doing a conversation on New Year's Eve, and we'll be counting down the new year for the UK again. So we'll be streaming that live on our Twitch channel on December 31st. But yeah, aside from that, just stay tuned. Check your local listings. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.